So do you also use IndiaMART to get more leads and inquiries for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for stationery designing service. So over here I'm running a business related to stationery designing service, and we use IndiaMART to gather the details of our potential clients. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead through IndiaMART, automatically the same lead details or the same potential client details should be added into my Google Sheets. That too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in today's tutorial, I'll guide you through setting up a system where every lead or inquiry received through IndiaMART is instantly recorded in Google Sheets for your stationery designing services. This setup ensures that you can easily track and manage leads in one place, improving your response time and organization. So let's get started with a really simple example. Let's say that my name is Test Lead, and over here you can see that I've entered my inquiry. So now after entering my requirement details, I'm just going to submit this. And yes, you can see that I've successfully submitted this. So now I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, over here you can see that the same query message which we entered has been added right over here too. You can see the same name by which we submitted this message, phone and address too. So yes, you can see the details have been added right over here in real time. That too without any manual efforts. So this is the automation we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this automation for your business, then for that you have to watch this video till the end. So to do this, I have simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free button and you are going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Google Sheets, right? So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add IndiaMART leads or inquiries to Google Sheets for stationery designing service. And then we just have to click on this create, and as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as IndiaMART. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMART over here, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And now it's asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here what I want is that as soon as a new lead is captured, my workflow should be triggered or started. And yes, as soon as we're going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use the same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is, first I'm just going to copy this URL, and then we have to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMART account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab, go to import export leads from the three dots, and then click on I am leads push API. Alright, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards this lead manager, and after coming over here we have to go towards this three dots and then towards the menu import export leads and then push API. And now over here it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So you can see that in the help text it has mentioned that choose other in the select source option and then enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. Alright, we are going to follow the same. For the source, I'm just going to select it as other, and now for the CRM platform name, I'm just going to keep it as Pabbly Connect. And now it is asking me for the webbook listener URL, so we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. Now after doing all of this, we just have to click on this save details. So here it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application? So over here I'm just going to select my reason, and then we are just going to click on this click to generate OTP button. You can select any reason of your choice. And as soon as we're going to click on this click to generate OTP button, it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. Alright, so I've just received the OTP and I'm just going to enter the OTP right over here and click on this submit. And yes, as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see integration live. So with this, we have successfully connected our IndiaMART account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a web response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. Alright, so what we have to do is I'm just going to open my CRM push API once again, and then we have to go on towards this blue button which says test your webhook listener URL, and once again we have to come over here towards this green button which says test. Over here you can see that we have received this curl request header after clicking on this test. This means that we have successfully completed our test submission. So now I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of our test submission. You can see all the details. Alright, you can see the sender's name, you can see the sender's email, you can see the sender's mobile number. Over here you can see the sender's state, over here you can see the unique query ID and the status too. But over here you can see that the subject is requirement for empty mineral water bottle, and this subject doesn't aligns with our services. So what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMART account, so I receive the default details every time I do a test submission. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the response of the test details related to your services or your business only, so you don't have to worry about this. Alright, over here I've received the default details because I'm using a test IndiaMART account, and as soon as we're going to receive the response right over here, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, we are going to move on forward towards our action step. What I want is I want to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets. Alright, so for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets, and then we have to select it. And now for the action event, we have to select it as add new row and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And as soon as we are going to click on this blue button, over here you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe, and as soon as we are going to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet and the sheet. So here you can see the name of my spreadsheet is new leads and inquiries. So I'm just going to select the same spreadsheet right over here. And as you can see, the name of my sheet is sheet 1. So we have to select the same only. We are going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for the name, phone and address, and then the query message. So you can see that these are the same details which we have in the columns right over here in our spreadsheet. So yes, I'm just going to enter these same details right over here one by one so that I can add that same details into my spreadsheet too. Alright, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm just going to look for name in the previous response, and as you can see, sender's name, so we're going to map it. So now this field has turned a dynamic one. Alright, same we are going to do with the phone number too. I'm just going to look for sender's phone number and map it. Over here we are going to map the address too. I'm just going to look for address right over here, and then we're going to map it. Over here we are going to map the query message too. I'm just going to look for query message, and then we are going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And yes, over here you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added all of these details into our Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully added the details. You can see the same name, the same phone, the same address, and the query message. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically the details of that lead would be added into my Google Sheets. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request button. This workflow is going to run in backend. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.